So one of the solutions I have, right? We had the topic on on easy budgeting a couple of weeks ago. So just check it out on the page. And in that topic, bro, most of what I'm going to say now, I've said in that one as well, is that budgeting can really help you in terms of your debt management. Because, like I said, when you budget with a goal in mind. So maybe the goal is to get out of debt. So when you do that budget, you are now saying that let's say I'm 10,000 in debt, but for the next 10 months, I'm going to put 1,000 into that, or 1,500 into that credit account, or that credit card, whatever the case is, so that you can pay back that 10,000. And you know, that's exactly why budgeting is effective, because you can pay off this based on your plan that you've set out. You've got to have a plan, you've got to have a strategy, bro. And you can't derail from a strategy. It's like companies, bro. Companies, they have a mission, they have a vision statement. It hasn't changed for years on end. Why? Because that's the vision, that's the mission, bro. So same thing with the budget. It's got to have your vision, you've got to have the mission for it, bro. And you stick to that plan until you're out of the debt. You know, so that's I think that's one solution that could really go a long way. You know, budgeting effectively and actually clearing out that goal of removing your debt. You know.
That's a good one. So budgeting. Yeah, from my side, bro, I think I just have two for now, bro. So realistically speaking, or not realistically, living in a fantasy world, you know, the best way to avoid debts, in my opinion, is to just stay at home. You know, because like, I mean, the moment you leave your house, bro, you know, you're hungry, you're gonna get a takeout.
Yeah.
There's fuel if you're using your car.
Yeah.
Public transport is big. So the best way to avoid debts is just stay at home. But that's unrealistic because, you know, it's boring at home.
Yeah.
You know? So, but for me, bro, I think people just need to just go back to the drawing board. First of all, you know, like budgeting and whatever. Figure out how you can drop your household expenditure from the debt that you have, and also any other like necessary expenditures, groceries, utility bills, or whatever. You know, figure out a way to cut down on those costs. You know, you know, like with what I do, bro, it's exposed me to like. You know, there's a cheese that you buy, for example, a block of cheese you buy at like Spar, and then there's a block of cheese you buy like a wholesaler, for example. But if you're being honest, cheese is cheese, bro. You know, it's just that the one at Spar you're paying for like the air conditioning,
the fridges,
and the fact that you can, you know, complain to a manager like this.
Yeah.
Now wholesaler is like it's dingy, it's crowded, but you know, buy the Spar cheese when you get your month-end money. You know? But now that it's during the what you call it, during the month, go for this wholesale one. You know? Just practice frugality now more than ever. Also think discipline as well, bro. I think you need to be disciplined now. From a structural point of view, I think financial institutions they need to sort of like regulate credit. I know they have, but I think they need to regulate it more, in the sense that I feel unsecured lending, in my opinion, I think it's still a bit too predatory. In the sense that you're getting someone who clearly doesn't come from any financial savvy background. He starts earning a good amount of money, right? And then with that money, he qualifies to take on some kind of unsecured loan, you know, personal, retail, finance, whatever. I think there needs to be some kind of regulation to say that no, you need to, you know, maybe make the qualifying criteria even more stringent, in a way that will discourage people to go for debt. You know, unfortunately, some people will have to go for debt because of the money that they're earning and the cost of living. There's just a imbalance, you know, so they have to. But I think financial institutions also need to play a part. Hopefully this COVID pandemic allowed them to do that, to actually make giving unsecured loans more stringent and actually go towards the secured ones.
I like that.
In my opinion, though, that's just my opinion.
It's a good start, bro, especially for institutions. Bro.
Yeah.
You know, they can actually change the way the economy is running, bro, and still be greedy all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have about 2 more, bro.
Yeah.
What I actually thought about while you were speaking was definitely in your house, right? If you have stuff that's not being used, right? Even if it's clothing items, bro, go ahead and sell it, bro. You can sell it for $30 even, right? But when you sell that, use that same money that you got, pay off, add it to whatever debt you have, bro. You know, it helps you manage that. I mean, you have some of the bigger items, like maybe you have a car that's laying there in the background. Strip the car apart, bro. Sell the parts. You know, you've now got an extra 3,000 you can put towards your debt, bro. And then I think a very valid point is take one of your hobbies or one of your interests and turn it into an income, bro, to manage the debt. The debt, sorry. So, for example, bro, maybe you're good at DIY stuff. You know, you're one of those dads who's DIY dad, whatever the case is, and you can paint and you can plaster and you can, you know, do some woodwork, whatever the case is, bro. And then do some of that and charge people. Go to your neighbors, tell them that you build a bookshelf. If they're interested, you can whatever. You sell it, bro. That way, the money from there covers up the shortfalls that you have, bro. So it actually forces you to sort of, if you want to keep that standard of living where you're in debt, but you know you can afford everything, but you can afford more, open up something, a secondary income, a third income, whatever the case is, bro. And then you can manage the debt, bro. And a lot of people will be like, oh, it's not so easy, you know, we have kids now, we have this, we have that. And I think then you're missing the bigger point, bro. If you're so quick to tell me what's wrong, why aren't you that quick to tell me how to fix it, bro? You know what I'm saying? A lot of older parents, our previous generations, right? You tell them, no, just cut this off, cut that off. Like, nah, it's not so easy. Why isn't it easy? I mean, it's as simple as putting the switch off, bro. It's literally that. You want that iPhone 13, bro, right. But you know you can switch off and go to your 6 that you have sitting there in the cupboard, bro, and do that. Why not?
I like that actually, because I actually read about it once. It's like the what you call it, the psychology of debt, right? It's like that's why like the Muslim or Islam religion, they don't, like, from a philosophical standpoint, they don't believe in debt, because basically you're taking a piece of tomorrow to use today. If you think about it, right? Because imagine if you want to take out a loan, for example, to buy a car. Not a car, maybe to buy some clothes for them, right? You take out a retail loan to buy clothes. The pleasure that you're going to derive from wearing those clothes, like you go to a party, oh, you look fresh, whatever. The pleasure you're going to derive from wearing those clothes, it's more significant than actually honoring the debt.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like what you said, bro. Like, people would much rather go into debt again to fulfill, like you 50k in debt, bro, but you're going to Dubai. Like, that trip to Dubai is 50k. Yeah. Instead of going to Dubai, pay off that debt. But now I'd rather raise money, 50k, to go to Dubai instead of honoring the debt.
Yeah.
Because you've already derived that pleasure from taking the 50k the first time to do whatever nonsense you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So already you're playing a catch-up game, because you've used tomorrow's time today.
Yeah.
So Romeo, he's not in debt, right? His 1 hour is 1 hour. But me, like you said, now I have to bring in multiple streams of income. I have to stretch my 1 hour to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because now I have to,
you want to cover it.
You understand? So that's why the psychology of debt. That's why sometimes, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, for me, if I owe someone money, I have the money and I can pay them back.
Yeah.
But there's just something like, nah, dog, relax. Like, don't worry.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll give it to you, bro.
I'll give it to you, relax. But you have the money now. You'd rather spend it on something else than give it to this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Because you already derived that pleasure, dog, of using his money for what you want to do. So you no longer see the value in paying, honoring your debt anymore, bro.
Yeah, right. And I guess that's also a character trait, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's a vicious cycle, bro.
It is. And if you don't notice it quicker, then you're just gonna keep sinking, bro.
Yeah.
In that debt. But yeah, I don't know, guys. What's some of your thoughts on debt management? How do you manage debt? I personally have, okay, now I think all my debts are managed quite well. I prefer to pay things off than actually. I do have debts here, but I'm not like sinking, bro. It's all manageable. Yeah. I've reduced a lot of my sort of pleasurable income that I have.
Yeah.
So I'm quite limited with that.
Yeah.
But that's okay, bro, because I like to stay at home, bro. I can stay at home and write shit and edit videos and fucking, you know, edit the blogs. And whatever the case is, bro, I can stay at home, bro. And also to visit shrimps, not long distance, bro. So I'm good, bro, you know. So with me, it does upset me personally when I see I don't have that much income. But at the same time, I know my debts are being paid, bro. And if I can pay it off sooner, I'll pay it off sooner.
Did you, Shamari, in debt?
I'm not drowning in debt. I do have debt. A lot of it was made in sort of like when you don't know, like I have student debt from when I started, and that's obviously things that you don't realize when you're taking it at the time.
Like
So-
that. I just want to say something about that. I like it.
Student debt, yeah. So you sort of take it at the time where you don't realize what the repercussions are going to be, and I mean, like my payback period is quite intense, but I'm not drowning in debt, but it is frustrating. Like knowing that you have to, because it's this thing of like, you have to have an income to pay off this. It's not, I have to have an income to meet my needs. It becomes more like a need for you because now you need to pay off this debt. And I'm one of those people, like when I have debt, I panic. Like I don't want to have it. So I'm trying to like snowball this and get it out as quick as I can, which obviously it's a good strategy, but not when you have to pay off multiple things at once. So yeah.
To that point of student debt, I know her and I have had that conversation. It's the dumbest debt you could have, bro. It is one of the dumbest things you could ever do, bro. Like, if you are a student and you're watching this, there is no need for you to go out and take out a student loan for any reason, even if it's to go study. Unless, okay, so you want to become a doctor, right? And you want to take out a loan, by all means, go take out your loan. But if you're just going to go study business science or business skills, whatever the fuck you're going to go study that's not an actual practice, do not waste your time on student debt. And I'll tell you why. Exactly what I've learned in college for business management is everywhere on the internet, bro. This podcast to speak about all of these topics that I've learned in college, bro. There's, you know, those topics are so broad, and it's we're in the world where it's readily available if you just search it, bro. If you take some time to search it, go through it, write down the fucking notes, and you're good to go, bro. You're as good. It's like coding. I think we spoke about Sia. Bro, the guy is learning through fucking YouTube and shit. See, there's no need. By the time he wants to get employed or wants to open up something, he's got the skills, bro.
I think it depends. It depends on what you want to do with
That's
that.
what I said.
But that's a
What I
topic
said, if you
for another day.
want to go into a practice, please go study. But student loan, we've had this conversation, bro. It starts you on the back foot, because the minute you start working, like you just said, the minute you start working, you already had debt.
Yeah.
So it starts you off on the back foot, and that's why it doesn't work.
I just think, you know, I think student loan works in an economy where the chances of employment are so high.
I agree.
Yeah, not in South Africa, bro.
Bro,
Because
it's never worked in South Africa, bro.
it can't work, bro. It just wouldn't work, bro. Like,
No.
what are the odds of a fucking accountant, bro? How expensive is excuse me, a science or medicine course right now in first, bro? It's ridiculous.
It's
bro.
damn
It's fucking
expensive.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
For how many years?
Yeah, bro. I mean, you got like 4 years, then you were going to practicals and shit like that. By the time you're done, bro, you're starting off in the back foot. Yes, you're gonna earn a shitload of income,
Yeah.
but is all of that stress worth all of this, bro?
I think it depends, but like Flornie said, I think it's the way it's structured within our country. That being the main sort of thing, because I mean, like in my case, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, you get the student loan immediately, you know, here's it here, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, cool, so you're earning a higher income, which means you can increase your payment terms. Boom, we now instead of 5 years, you're gonna pay it off in 3 years. Like almost with no choice. They don't give you a choice. they say this is what your payback period is because you're earning better now. So I think it depends. I think the structure's wrong. The intention is still valid for me.
I actually want to put up a stat though. I'm so sorry because I know you're running out of time.
No stress, bro.
It's about, because you said something about earning more.
Yeah.
There's a stat released by Stats SA, right? They said that nominal income is higher by 7% since 2016, right? But the real income has shrunk by like 17%. Right? Which is crazy for me because on top of that, like people are earning more money, but even the debt is even higher now. It's even higher now. And it's also crazy for me because even though people are earning more money, the real value of money is going down. But also there's this thing like about South Africans, we don't have the habit of saving, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
The problem is we're too used to watching this fucking American culture, bro.
Of
Europe and American culture where they speak about who the fuck saves, don't save. Bro, they live in different worlds. They don't need to save because the world they live in, they don't need savings, bro.
Yeah.
We need fucking savings. We're a third world generation, bro.
Fuck, bro.
We need savings, bro.
Scary, bro. Yeah.
So we're always gonna need savings, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, also to add on to Shamira's point of the intention, let me put it to you this way. If you have a business idea, right, and you wanna open up this business, you cannot go out and take out a loan on opening up this business because there's no guarantee that the business is going to succeed. And it's the same thing with student loan. There's no guarantee you're going to get a job. You could have a communication science degree, bro. I don't know, management science degree, whatever the fuck it is. But there's no guarantee you're going to get a job. So what you're gonna, by the time you start working, bro, whatever you're going to be working in some other place, you're already on the back foot again, like a business, bro. Can't start a business on that. So I guess you gotta really decide, bro. Is it worth it? And for me personally, it will never be worth it, bro. That type of debt you stay away from. And you gotta learn that early because if you learn it later, you'll be paying debts.
I hope this episode can inspire people.
Yeah. I hope it really opens their mind.
Yeah, bro. Because niggas are ass out, bro. Ass out, niggas. It's rough out here, bro. Like, fuck, that's rough, dog. Rough.
No, bro, I think this is a good episode.
Yeah.
What's your guys' thoughts? Do you have any solutions on how you manage your debt? You know, let us know. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys again. Peace.